Welcome to a small bite of eCritical. Today in this brief training video I'm going to show you how to log into the system and do some basic navigation around to select a patient. Now the login for eCritical is the same as you would use for all of your other AHS logins. So for your logging into your AHS mail server, or if you're using the impact system, anything which is as part of the AHS network, you use the same login name and password in order to get into the system. Now this is a training environment. What we're going to see throughout this is fake data from a training patient. So the login is a little bit different, but in this case I use MD1, but in reality I would just use my username and then enter in my password. When you are logging in, you can also select in advance which department, or rather which ICU you would like to access. In the live environment, you will see on this drop-down menu an entire list of all of the ICUs for adults, pediatrics, cardiovascular, coronary, and neonatal, all listed, and you can select any one of those that you want in order to look at those patients. Once you've selected the department that you want, you just click the login button and it'll take you into the system. Now, because I'm an adult intensivist, my basic setup will always be an adult layout. So I'm going to change from the adult layout to the neonatal layout. And you can see at the top buttons here, there are 3 different layout buttons you can choose from. This is the adult layout. This is the pediatric layout, and this is the neonatal layout. Now, each of the individual healthcare professions, such as physicians, nurses, RTs, and all the other allied health professionals, have their own specific layouts built into Medivision. So for physicians, you just select the NeoMD NP layout, and it'll show you the layout specifically built for neonatologists. Anytime you're logging in, the first screen you'll see, and the one that I quickly click through here, is what's called the GPL. This will open by default whenever you log into the system, and will show you a graphical map of the patient area that you're trying to access. So if you're in the Alberta Children's Hospital neonatal unit, the layout will look similar to the physical layout to your actual ICU. If you go to an adult ICU, the layout will look like that one. This is a training environment, so it's just a generic layout. The GPL stands for Graphic Patient List, and again it just shows you an overview of the patients in their physical location and allows you to select them. So I'm going to select patient 2. And it will open up that patient for me. Now there are 2 ways I can find a patient that I want to look for specifically. I can use the GPL, as I've just shown you, or I can use what's called the patient list. And the patient list gives a much more comprehensive list of all of the patients that are currently in the system in this specific ICU. You can see there's a long list of training patients available. And when I'm searching for a patient, I can either just scroll through all of these lists, or I can use the MRN, or I can use the patient's name, and I can sort by just clicking on these headers to give me the alphabetized or from in descending order. If I'm looking for a specific patient and I know their MRN, I can enter it in here. Or if I know their last name or their first name, I can also use those as selection criteria. I would enter in whatever MRN I have and then just click the search button. So we've opened up a new patient here, and as you can see, again, because it defaults to the user's specific specialty, I have to change this back to the neonatal type. If you're a neonatologist, don't worry, you don't have to do this. This will do it automatically for you because your specialty is neonatology. The system will automatically show you the neonatal layout. Finally, another way you can, if you want to go and see what's happening in another unit, you can also select the patient drop-down menu. You can select department, or select, which is the same as saying select a new ICU, and it'll give you a list of all of the different ICUs that are available for you to look in. And then you just select the one that you want and click OK. And again, once the new department opens up, the default GPL opens up and allows you to select a specific patient if you like. And that's really all there is to it for finding a patient in the system. I hope you found this helpful, and the next video will cover some of the basics of the layout.